Alright, we got our alternator connected, our starter all connected, our knock sensor, our AC. This connector didn't really want to snap together, and so I just put some electrical tape on it to hold it. I think next we need to put our radiator in, and then we can continue on with that. But yeah, I feel like the radiator needs to be next. I'll try to get the hose on this and come to realize that the thermostat is 2 pieces. I don't know why they made it this way. I mean, that's just, it's stupid. It makes no sense. Why do that? And I can't get this piece off. It had like a clip that goes in here, but I still can't get it off. So I watched the episode of Eric the Car Guy, and he just like pried this thing off, stuck in the vise and pried it, but I broke one end of it, so I had to flip it around. So let's try to pry it from this side. Alright, so I got it off. What a pain in the ass. This is so stupid. Let's get it on here, and then we can reinstall that, and we can get our hose connected. What a stupid ass thing. I mean, why make this thing in 2 pieces? Why? Makes no sense. Alright, we got our fans put in, all our wire connectors connected. We're gonna put the intake manifold on. We have a new gasket in there, and we have a new gasket for the throttle body. We're getting closer. Alright, the set came with 2 throttle body gaskets. This is the old one, so this is the one that goes back on there. So I've got this hose here that I blocked off. I'm not sure where it goes, because the throttle body has this hose, but I don't know where that goes. And then this one, I'm pretty sure, goes up here. And I'm pretty sure this one goes up here. And this one goes up here. But where does that one coolant hose go? This one right here. Not sure. Alright, I figured it out. This hose right here was not even part of the car. I just stuck it on here to block it off. And then the throttle body hose connects directly to this nipple. Took me a second to remember that, but my memory did not fail me. Alright, we got almost everything reconnected. Still missing the hose that goes from here to there. I don't know where it's at. We got the power steering pump tightened down, and now we're about to put the T-bracket in and the latch, the hood latch. We are super close, thank God, but we still need to refill the AC system. And we'll do that probably tomorrow. I'm running out of daylight here. I took a long break just because I got frustrated and I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes. So let's get this 2 bolts here. There's 1 bolt here because that one has broke off. And then we have the 3 here, and we need to do spark plugs. And that's it. Oh yeah, oil change. But other than that, that is it. All right, to change the spark plugs, you got to pull this cover off. There's 4 bolts. That one came with it, but normally that would be this bolt right here, and then you have another one right here. It'll look like this. That screws in, and then the cover screws onto top of this. Then you have to unscrew the rest of them. Then we can pop these out, and the spark plugs are underneath that. Spark plug doesn't look that bad, honestly. This spark plug is just tight. It doesn't want to come out. So I'm not going to fuck with it because I've had so many problems with this car. Alright, I got the spark plugs all in. I got the cover back on, this front cover. I still need to find that hose that goes from here to there. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. But right now I'm trying to get the belt on. I imprinted myself with this and it really hurts. Trying to get the tensioner to move all the way so I can pull the belt up, but it's been very challenging. Alright, we got it. We got the belt on. Now we need to get this mount back on, because I couldn't get the belt on with this mount, so. Alright, we gotta get this ground wire connected. Let's get our power steering pump hose reconnected. Still need to find that hose. As soon as I find that, we'll be right back. Alright, so at this point I got everything back together. And we've got the AC vacuumed. It's been going on for about an hour at this point. What you do is you hook up the blue side to the low end, the red to the high end. You hook up the yellow middle one up to your pump, and then you turn these on, or you open them, and then of course you open those as well. And you let it sit for, or let it vacuum for about an hour. That way it gets all the moisture, all the air, everything, and you're at a negative pressure in your AC system. Also need to add antifreeze to the car, so we're going to do that now. And the car may not even start because the battery is kind of questionable. So yeah, it won't start, so I'm gonna have to hook up a battery charger to it. I already started it up and bled the system. I had some problems with intake air leaks and I can't remember what else. I think that's it. But I replaced a couple of hoses. I had to replace this hose because down here it had a leak. And then I didn't have these two tightened. I replaced this with a worm clamp. Let's start it up and see what happens. It was idling. The idle was kind of surging, so let's see if that goes away. Alright, obviously that did not fix it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I did replace the throttle body gasket, so maybe it's not tight, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just retighten the throttle body and see if that helps. Alright, so the throttle body bolts are tight. I don't know what else it could be. When I bled the coolant system, the fan kicked on 4 or 5 times, and I jacked the car up. That way all the bubbles will float to the highest point, and there weren't any more bubbles, so I went ahead and closed it off. So I don't think there is air in the system, but you know, I could be wrong. But a code does say there is a vacuum leak. Let's shut it off and recheck the codes. Alright, so I know there's going to be O2 sensor codes, but other than that, I don't know. Yeah, there's the O2 sensor codes. We have an intake air system leak. I guess that section of the intake could be leaking. I don't know. Idle air control system higher than expected. Yeah, of course. Idle control system RPM higher than expected. Yes. And then there's the O2. And the O2. Well, I just show 2 of the same code. I guess two O2 sensors. So we have a P2279 and a P0507, and then of course the P0141 O2. Alright, let's do a little research and see what we come up with. So I concluded that it needs a new idle air control valve for whatever reason. It didn't do this before I took it apart, so here I am at the junkyard getting a idle air control valve. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it off though. We'll see if I can do it. Alright, so we got what we needed, the idle air control valve. It looks pretty clean, maybe a little dirty down in there. And we got a boot for the coil, because one of them got stuck down in the spark plug tube and I had to dig it out and I destroyed it. And it was like 13 bucks for these 2 items. Alright, so I got the idle air control valve replaced, and the idle surge is no longer happening, and as soon as I shut the hood and start the car, it started raining. So perfect timing. Let's take it for a test drive. It does still have an engine light, but that is the O2 sensor. We'll just have to deal with that on another day. So I noticed when the AC compressor kicks on, the whole engine just like shakes. I don't know if a mount is bad, Because I know that front mount down there was kind of not in great shape. And I know I replaced that one. I think I replaced that one, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's one in the rear somewhere, I think. I don't know. Not real familiar with these K-Series engines. I'm sure there's one in the rear. Yeah, I can see it right down there. I don't know, she's running good, the AC's cold, and it's got, you know, like almost 300,000 miles, so I'm not complaining. We'll maybe figure out why it's shaking once I do some research and post this video. Maybe some of you all have an answer to that. And it could just be the O2 sensor. It doesn't have the right air fuel ratio, so it drops the idle down real low when the AC compressor kicks on. You know, it could be something that simple. Alright, the only two engine lights are the O2 heater circuit malfunction and the same thing. So probably both O2s, of course, need to be replaced. Well, I'm ready to hand it off to my daughter and be done with this thing. Alright, so we got the 2006 Honda Element done. Let's see here, we did a new starter, new AC compressor, new belt tensioner, new belt, new knock sensor, changed the oil filter obviously, new spark plugs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't record the process of adding the AC to the system, or adding the refrigerant to the system, just because I have another video of that, me doing it on the first gen CRV. It's the same process. There's 100 other tutorials on how to do it. You just need the right equipment and you can do it yourself. So anyway, with all that being said, I am glad this thing's done and out of my driveway. Hopefully there are no more family car issues. That way I can get back to working on this 88 Civic wagon. I can get that done and get it out of here, and then I can work on my 91 Civic wagon, because I want to take that to Import Alliance in October. So it just needs a water pump. The water pump that's on there is leaking, and it's supposed to be new, but I have a feeling it's the wrong water pump. So it is what it is. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope what I've done here has helped you. If not, hopefully it's entertained you at least, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much.